Hey, and welcome to another Tim Unscripted how-to video. Today, I'm going to share with you how Tim Unscripted becomes Tim Scripted. Now, I don't know how you are about doing presentations, and especially presentations where you want people to learn what you're presenting. So I wanted to take you through a bit of a process for some training that I've been developing specifically around what I'm learning and what I have learned using artificial intelligence. That being said, I've actually got the slide presentation that has been generated using my go-to tool, Perplexity, because Perplexity is such a great research assistant. And I intend to take basically all these slides and subsequently make a script from them. So I'm going to copy the content of what these slides are, and then I am going to ask Perplexity to generate a script for this particular training, these particular slides. I'm going to put you on pause and I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and Perplexity is doing the heavy lift of generating a script for these slides. Now, why would I do that? I'm Tim Unscripted. I have a YouTube channel and I've got a LinkedIn following, and I've built an entire approach around being unscripted. Well, I'm going to give you the short answer to this. Oftentimes, being scripted is not such a bad thing, and especially when it comes to content that you want people to really, how shall I say, lock in on. There's huge value to having a degree of structure behind you, especially if you're going to record yourself and present online. I have spoken at a number of conferences virtually, and one of the things that I deeply appreciate is having a bit of preparation going into those conference sessions. I know as well, speaking in person, while you may not always be able to follow the script, it's good to have the script in front of you so that you don't bore your audience, so that you're not fumbling, bumbling, mumbling, and stumbling as you're presenting the ideas, the concepts, the practical things, the mechanics of what you want your audience to learn. So I'm going to take and do a little bit of a move over here. I've got a teleprompter, which, there we go. The teleprompter's in the frame that I actually push content to. And it's really helpful because that teleprompter, of course, is just another tool in the toolbox. Does it make me less unscripted? Probably not. In fact, I'm probably just as unscripted when I'm using the teleprompter as I am when I'm not. Now, mind you, I typically try to speak like I would normally speak, like this, minimal amount of, in and out editing, and especially live. Now, if I get a chance to record a presentation in advance, then I'm going to do that because I respect my audience. I am responsible to you as an audience. I'm not responsible for you as an audience. And I like making that distinction because the goal is to always put out high quality content that's engaging, at least nominally engaging, maybe engaging, hopefully engaging. If you keep coming back and watching the videos, there's something about what I do that seems to be engaging. Anyway, in this particular how-to, of course, I'm looking at how do I go from Tim Unscripted to Tim Scripted. So here's an interesting thing. Look at that. I've got a pretty decent script when it comes to setting this thing up for actual presentation. Look at that. Introduction and goals. Very nice. Framing the topic. This is not bad. Oh, look at that. Potential for hallucinations. Over-reliance on code if you don't fully understand it. Yeah, so this is a coding presentation. And it kind of goes along with the demos that I've been doing as far as the product requirements document, bringing those into GitHub or VS Code for coding it with GitHub Copilot. Yeah, this is a good cautionary thing to highlight. So if you're presenting like me occasionally from time to time, I would say, take advantage of some scripting. Organize your thoughts, and especially if you're using artificial intelligence to help build content like presentations, it doesn't hurt to have a script handy so that you can come back to where you were and resume if you get off topic because you get asked questions. And of course, if you're going to record a presentation, having that script handy, maybe not on the teleprompter, but at least to take and guide how you present while you're recording is a benefit. I use these tools as an opportunity to just get better at being a presenter and conveying information. There's nothing wrong with that. So now you've seen it. Another how-to from Tim Unscripted about scripting. An interesting twist on my general theme. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.